Many say that the housing sector has been quite slow to embrace digital transformation and have asked me what examples there are of great transformation outside the sector. So I'm going to cover a couple of examples of ones that I think are particularly good. The first one is good old Domino's Pizza. If you'd have bought shares in Domino's 3 years ago, those shares would now be worth 500% more. That's not bad going for an organisation that has a pretty limited product range within a very competitive sector. So how have they done it? Well, Domino don't just see themselves as a pizza business, they now see themselves as a technology business. Technology is now core to their strategic aims and not just an enabler. For example, over half their orders are now done online, often via a smartphone. You can order your pizza with specific toppings, you can watch it being made, and then you can actually track its delivery to your home. So a real innovation that people love. They also crowdsource information, encouraging people to help them create pizza toppings, for example. And this has resulted in them having over 1 million Facebook likes. So as you can see, Domino Pizzas is a great example of a business that have used technology to transform the way they operate. Another great example is the massive American company GE. They are a £270 billion company that looks after £500 billion of assets, which incidentally is half the level of assets they were looking after 5 years ago, and that's by design. GE is an owner, user and trader of financial and industrial assets that are on an enormous scale. They've worked out that to get the very best out of them, they focus on ROA, return on asset. And to achieve this, they draw data wherever possible from their assets on a real-time basis. This data falls into two categories, that designed to optimize its use and that designed to forecast and prevent problems occurring. They use a very sophisticated analytical tool called Predix, and this actually looks at the information that's being drawn from their assets to actually try and forecast and prevent problems occurring and optimize their use. So as you can see, this fairly old and traditional business is revolutionizing itself using data, and because of that is often used as a case study by the New York Stock Exchange. An example of great government transformation is NSW Services, that's New South Wales Services. The team involved have mapped over 1,000 processes over the last 2 years to ensure that they're as efficient as possible and that they're customer friendly. And this has involved going across all of their departments. These processes will often span a number of government departments, with such tasks including, for instance, starting up a new business, moving home, or setting up a large outdoor social event. The customer is put at the very heart of their process, and they monitor it to ensure that they're doing the right things. And so far they've achieved an average score of 4.8 out of 5, which is unrivaled as far as I know across any other government department anywhere. And that's not the end of it either. Their process of transforming their business continues. And the last example I'll give you is Disney, that famous organisation that's probably brought more smiles to children's faces than any other. Disney have spent quite literally billions over the last couple of years transforming their business. And a great example of this is their new magic bands. If you go to a Disney park or hotel, you will be given a magic band that you will put on your wrist. This band can track you as you move through the parks, and it contains data about you. So for example, if it's your child's birthday, the cast, which is staff to you and I, can locate them and provide a bespoke happy birthday surprise that will obviously absolutely make their day. And so efficient is this that they can then go and do many others within the space of a couple of hours. Disney also used technology to improve their rostering, and through doing this they've actually improved staff resourcing by around 20%. And when you consider that's across 240,000 employments, that's enormous. So Disney are probably a very fitting company for me to end on. A company that's brought more smiles to children's faces than probably any other, and that's using digital transformation to continue it into the future.